Meralco flipped their offensive switch in the second half to ground the Columbian Dyip 116-103 in the first game of Wednesday's PBA Commissioner's Cup hostilities at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Neck and neck in the first two periods, the Bolts hit a scoring groove midway the third. Arinze Onuaku provided the anchorage in the shaded area, scoring 8 of his total 30 points in that frame. The former best import awardee maintained that lethal form going into the payoff period. He finsihed as Meralco's leading scorer. First, I'd like to tip my hat off to Arinze. He's been sick. He's been in the hospital for the last 3 days. And he hasn't practied. He came basically from the hospital to the game. Bolts head coach Norman Black said. Onuaku rounded out his performance with 19 points, 4 blocks and 3 steals after battling with an upset stomach. Chris Newsom also came through for the conference debuting Bolts, registering 18 points to go with his 7 boards and 7 assists. Nico Salva, KG Canoletta and Jared Dillinger each contributed double-digit performances. Our defense was lacking, but in the second half, we did a much better job at it. The mentor offered. The other guys also played well. KG, JD and the other guys, Black added. Great effort, great start for us coming from the All-Filipino conference. Hopefully, we could sustain in the rest of the conference. The Dip drew commendable first-half performances from import Charles Aiken, Carlo Lastimosa and Rashan McCarthy, but all of them barely put a dent on the Bolts' defense in the second half. Columbian actually led by as many as 10, capitalizing on their production off transition as trying to prove that their opening day win over Blackwater was no fluke. But they got themselves buried in a 14-point rut after being unable to back Jeremy King in his Herculean effort in the final frame. The scores. Meralco, 116, Onuaku 30, Newsom 18, Salva 13, Canoletta 12, Dillinger 11, Hodge 8, Amer 7, Hugnaton 7, Sejarifa 4, Karam 4, Talomia 2, Ballesteros 0. Columbian, 103, Aiken 21, Lastimosa 16, McCarthy 16, Kamson 15, Selda 14, King 12, Tubid 4, Cahilig 2, Kabuntan 2, Corpus 1, Ababu 0, Escoto 0, Sarah 0. Quarter scores 25-31, 56-57, 85-79, 116-103.